Okay, so if I understand your question, you would like to be able to switch back and forth kind of seamlessly between teacher paced or teacher pacing the activity or student pacing the activity. So right now, I've jumped into the activity, and over here on this slide, this is the student slide. And since it's not being paced, I can go through this at my leisure as a student. So I just click on the next button in the upper right corner and go from one slide to the next, and there's nothing that you can do about that. So if I want to pace the students through the activity, in the upper left-hand corner, I'll click on the pacing button, and I'll select the slide I want to pace the kids to. So if I select, right now, I'm on slide 1. If I pace myself to slide 2, I will restrict that, and you can see it actually clicked over here on the right-hand side. It actually took me to slide 2. And these icons, or these arrows, forward and back arrows, are now kind of grayed out. Wait for your teacher to allow access to the screen. So I am stuck on that screen as a student. What I can do, and then pay attention, you'll see this other student screen change. I can use the arrow buttons to move back and forth the entire class between screens. So I can go back one slide, and you'll see over here it took me back to slide 1 over here on the right. Let me see if I can make this one a little smaller, and then I can go forward. So now I am pacing it myself. I am pacing this activity myself. I can go to slide 3. Perhaps what I would like to do is I would like to just add a slide, because I'd like students to be able to go back to prior slides. So I'm just going to add the plus sign, and it adds one slide to the mix. Now suppose I want to actually move students to another set of slides. So I can click on these slides, and I'm holding my shift key down on my keyboard. Oh, there you go. And I could restrict my students to those slides there. And you'll see on the right-hand side, it moved me forward. So yes, you can pace your students through the activity, and you can control what slides they see and when they see it. Let me stop this pacing. Another thing I like to do, I did not do it here, but oftentimes as soon as I create a code and I put that code in the Google Classroom or Schoology or wherever you put it for your students to get to it, I like to have my activity paused because I don't want students to race through it, and I also like to pace my students to that slide number 1. So I could, if they're paced to slide 1, then it doesn't matter that it's paused. So that slide 1 could be a bell ringer. But if I don't want them to start, I just want them to get into the activity without kids racing through, this is one of the things I do. Another trick that is oftentimes helpful, if you have a slide in an activity that you really don't want your kids to see, if I click on the 3 dots at the top of that slide, I can hide that screen. And so what does this look like from a student's point of view? So I can go to slide 2, and then I go to slide 3, but it's not slide 3. It is actually slide 4. It says slide 3 now, but I hid the slide 3, which is now a new slide 3. And I can unhide it if I'd like. And you can see that number changed up here on the student side, and I can go back now. So let me know if that answers your questions. I apologize for this being a little long, but you can pace students like in Pear Deck, and I would pause the activity before it starts, and let me know what else I can do to help.